I just put her to the block, how much you need? I got three. I just put her to the block, we got only any three.
Damn, son, where'd you find this?
17.5, 17.5, 17.5.
What's going on, man? It's your girl, TampaMystic, and we are live on the industry's most wanted podcast. And I got my dog, Ross Taxin, checking in. What's up, bro?
What's going on in Tampa?
Give me some love.
You looking great.
Boom. Appreciate it. You as well. All that, you know what I'm saying? We keeping it together. But listen, I appreciate you being here. We putting a lot of work in. You know what I'm saying? I'm getting to know a lot about you as an artist, your personal life. And, you know, I'm grateful to be working with you, bro. But without further ado, give us that official introduction. Tell us who Ross Taxin is.
Ross Taxin, Glen Street, South Fayetteville, Georgia, Southside, 85, Riverdale, Southside, Clayton County, UNC, Terra Boulevard. What's going on, man? We all the way in Schnellville with it.
Hey.
Beat the traffic, beat the odds. No cap. We out and we live, man. I'm Ross Taxin. Follow me at one Ross Taxin, new music. Shout out Trapaholics, man. We live with the one and only Mid Tampa, man. No cap.
Nah, for real, bro. Listen, I'm so glad that you were able to be here tonight. You know what I'm saying? Like, we had to get this work in because, you know, you and I, like I said, we doing a lot of work, but we got to let the world know what you got going on because you've been through a lot. You got a journey, bro.
Yes, ma'am.
You know what I'm saying?
Read, as I've told you for sure.
Yeah, so we're gonna talk about all that, but let's take it back though before we get started talking about your music, what you got going on. Where you from originally?
Man, I'm originally from Fayetteville, Georgia, but after I done left school and all of that, when I was 18, 19, I moved to Riverdale and just settled in and got tapped into the music scene, dropped music, distributing music, interning, road running, Freeway Ricky tapped in, Zaytoven. Just was in the mix at a young age and just not really knowing what I was doing.
Yeah.
And just exposed to a lot of stuff I was new to and got caught up and was just, man, I was out here every day. Like 2019, every day.
Yeah.
Until I got locked up, I was just out here active.
You know, I mean, listen, the one thing about life is we're going to go through some stuff, good stuff, bad stuff, somewhere in between. But, you know, a lot of it's just going to be lessons for us. And the best part and the most blessing behind that is you made it through all that. You sitting right here next to me right now to be able to talk to it. Because, you know, it could have went a totally different way. You could have ended up where you spent life in prison or lost your life. You get what I'm saying?
Yes, ma'am.
So
sure.
It's a blessing that you sitting here right now, you know. So, you know, you grew up around the Atlanta area. Mm-hmm. What was that like for you?
It was like in Fayetteville, it was more so like just discriminating, like, you know, just like picking on and shit, like by police or like by officials or like in school and you know, I got family from the city, so we in the city every weekend, and I'm just, you know, with my cousins and my family, and you know, I'm just bringing that to Fayetteville, and they like, bro, 3 strikes and you out. You know, getting kicked out of school was a regular, you know, just cause you do the small minimum, like you touch a student, you out 10 days, like, and then the third time you touch a student, you in alternative school.
Yeah.
So when I went to my second school, you know, it was more like, let me give him an opportunity, and then that's when I started going hard with the music, like shooting music videos in school, because the teachers didn't want me to get in trouble, so they like, okay, you like the music, so just go and do that, so you can stay out of trouble. And I'm like, okay, for sure. And then my counselor told me about school, and then I was like, I'm not trying to go to college. Like, you know, that shit lame.
That stuff lame.
Yeah, like, you know.
See? That's what I'm talking about.
I wasn't even trying to go, you know, but.
No profanity, bro.
Oh, my, excuse me.
Just a quick reminder.
For sure. And I went to school, and then, like, I was writing a lot. So my mom had me write a lot of essays, and I went to school for like $35,000 like tuition. So like,
where?
At Full Sail.
Okay.
In Orlando, like.
Yeah. I'm definitely, you know, I'm from Tampa, so I'm definitely familiar. That's my neighbor right there.
Yeah, like we couldn't afford to go to the school, so like I developed like 2/3 of my tuition in just writing.
Yeah.
So then once I went down there, then like I learned how to market, I learned how to throw shows, learned how to put my stuff on all plats, and then, you know, we was just going crazy.
Yeah.
For sure.
So would you say through that is what really made you fall in love with music as a business?
For sure, cause I was always recording. Like everybody in my neighborhood, I was recording. Like you ask anybody from like when we was 15, 16, 17, like I was the only one in like Fayetteville that had a studio.
Yeah.
But I had big OG mentors like Said Young and like Wayne Hit. Like they would like teach me, show me how to put my stuff on all platforms. And then boom, I'm charging my partners like next to nothing to put their stuff on all platforms. And so I was just always going to OGs for wisdom and knowledge on how to maneuver, because I was like a teenager but was like not paying attention in school, skipping school to do this music stuff solely at like 17, 18.
Understood. You know what though? You know, like I don't never knock nobody's journey, because I started college but I didn't finish. And I do just fine. You know what I'm saying? So it's like, you know, no matter how your journey is, nobody can dictate that for you because it's your journey.
For sure.
Whether you finish school, whether you finish college, that doesn't necessarily say, oh, you can't be successful. Mm-hmm. There's a lot of people out here who did not graduate high school or did not finish college, and they're very, very successful.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? Because it's just not for everybody. I went to college for a little short time, but I was a brand new mom. I literally had my son at 19 right out of high school, attempted to go to college, and it was tough. I was trying to work, raise a son by myself, and go to college. I'm like, okay, one of them got to be eliminated, and it can't be my son and it can't be my job, so college got to go, right?
Right.
But I end up, you know, just really learning how to hustle on my own, and that's what it was all about, and that's where you and I cross paths now. You know what I'm saying? Because we both hustlers in this music business.
Like from 19, from teenage years, and just going out there like risk, not knowing anything but just soaking up the game. Like you say, hustler ambition, and just picking up knowledge. Knowledge is power.
Absolutely. And you, it sounds like you are similar to me in the aspect of I learn better by like just learning it from my OGs and getting out there just doing it. You know what I'm saying? Sitting in a class behind a table or a desk and listening to somebody lecture to me, I don't know. I have a short attention span for that.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I was skipping school. Like
I was too.
They had a thing where like you had to sign in because the attendant, they knew people were skipping. So I would get a text from somebody in class like, "Look, she brought this sign in sheet in," so I knew when to come in. Then I leave. Then she'll text me, okay, it's about 5 minutes left of class. You got the sign sheet. I'll come in.
You was manipulating the system.
Man, I don't know how they do it now down there in Fortsdale, but
right.
Man, I graduated school. I didn't touch a book.
Man, I mean, but that's a blessing though. But you know, the out of all that, the beautiful thing is you're doing what you want to do.
For sure.
You know, you had a little minor setback for a major comeback.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying?
County Detention Center.
And that's what, you know, like, listen, it's life, bro. We all make mistakes. Some of us get caught up. Some of us don't. Ain't none of us perfect. We human. We make mistakes. We learn from it, and we keep it moving.
For sure.
You know, so let's transition a little bit, you know, so you went to Full Sail. What did you get from that?
Monetization comes from emotional connection.
Yeah.
Every class.
That's the main thing you remember?
That's all I remember. I met my marketing team down there. Shout out Slightwork. Shout out Scotty, Tristan, Drip, everybody.
Yeah.
Clean up your room. They essentially, I was hanging out with them, and they essentially taught me marketing and IG, like digital marketing.
Yeah.
Period.
Right. Absolutely. Which is extremely important today because everything is digital.
Right.
You know, I mean, hand to hand is still alive.
Right.
But
physically, but in today's age, digital marketing. If I didn't go to school, I don't think I would have got that from my small town or even going to the city. Like, they push clubs in Atlanta. They push open mics. They push
facts.
Freestyle ciphers. They not pushing digital like they doing in Cali or New York. So going to school in Florida, like, I definitely learned how to manipulate the internet for sure.
Yeah. So at what point during that did you decide that you want to start pursuing music as an artist?
Like, boom, 18, dropped my first tape, all plats, do DistroKid, did a video, and just off the momentum off that, I just have like a core since like I've been on talent shows, open mic, all that stuff since a jitterbug.
Yeah.
So like just from family, friends, from people from the internet, random people who were like, bro, when are you gonna drop? Like I've just been, I would say 2017 dropped the tape, 2018 dropped the EP, and then another project. But then since I came home, it was just a big gap. But just being in the mix, I'm still in the mix. I can still call anybody in the city like, bro, I need this, I need that. And they like, oh, welcome home, bro. You home? Curtis Snow, All I Run, Front Street, anybody, like Freeway Ricky. Like I flew straight to Cali when I came home and with the Freeway Ricky, like, OG, I'm home. And he like, okay, we finna, you know what I'm saying? And
Yeah.
and it's just love. Because they say like, bro, you just got that one time charm. Like, we don't forget you, bro. Like, we was waiting on you, like, 2019 or 2021, like what the heck, like what happened?
Yeah, absolutely. Well, the thing about it is when you build solid relationships, they're going to be forever.
Right.
You know, face card going to be good. Relationships will put you in places that money cannot.
For sure.
And that's facts. That's one of the biggest things that I learned within this music business is the relationships I've built. I've been able to move and do certain things that people are like, how did you do that? It's because I built them relationships. It wasn't because I paid for it.
Is the key for sure.
No, most definitely. So, you know, you said 2019 had a little mishap. You know what I'm saying? Had to go sit down for a little minute. You know, let's talk about that just a little bit. You know, I mostly want to focus on what you got going on right now because you know they gotta check out some of these articles that are out there. You know what I'm saying?
Google Ross Tats.
Nah, for real.
Just Google me.
But
Google me.
you know, I'm the type of person that I really look to find the positive in every situation.
Okay, so boom.
I'm that person. So what positive did you take from having to sit down for a minute?
Okay, so boom. June 28, 2019, sit down, 18 months, Fed kind detention center. Shout out every CO. The chaplain let me order every book. Like, I was in there, like, in high school, like, fighting and going to the hole and write-ups and mama calling the jail because I'm in the hole for so long and she ain't heard from me. So it's just I fell in love with reading. I fell in love with Allah. I fell in love with my ancestral lineage, reading. Mind control, psychology, getting into my one spirituality-ness. I'm glad I got locked up for real. Like, you know, the way I was moving when I was 19 and 20, like, I would have, you know, crashed out. Like, because I was locked up the whole 2020. So if I was out doing like the riots or COVID, like, I would have crashed out.
Yeah.
So God sat me down intentionally.
I totally agree, bro. I was just about to say that God seen you was on a destructive path and said, but he also said, this is a good person. I'm about to save him. I'm going to sit him down for a minute. You know what I'm saying? It's like being on punishment when you a kid. Our parents put us on restriction. You get in that room and you think about what you did. You know what I'm saying? It's no different than having to be just a little bit longer yet to sit down. Yeah. But with that being said, like you said, you use that time wisely. You picked up the books. You educated yourself. You empowered yourself. And you came out as a force.
Right.
Period.
Like a pit bull train. Like read every
Savage.
autobiography. Like every 48 Law of Power, every autobiography. Male, female, Mike Tyson, like from everybody on down, and just music business books, learning how to read minds, like just because I had none but time, you know what I'm saying? And OG and they said like you got to do the time, you can't let the time do you.
Nah, that's facts.
So just within there, I'm just training my mind.
Because the system will try to trick you out, you know what I'm saying, and keep you in there. It's intended, you know, to see people mess up and keep you there, and that's not the goal, bro. Right. You was young. Fortunately, you was young, and you got out while you was still young. You still got your whole life ahead of you, and it was one of them just lessons you learned. You know what I'm saying?
Sure.
Little minor setback for a major comeback.
I went in when I was 20, came out, I was 22. I was like,
you still young. Sure. Like you got a whole. Okay, so let's talk about, you know, coming up out of there. What was the first thing you did? And it could be on a personal level, business level. What was the first thing you did when you got up out of there?
Hey, Tom Wayne's whole national 20 piece. Food grub.
You couldn't wait.
Boom. First thing I did, I called Eastside D. He's like head street team marketing promo for QC. I called Eastside D. I was like, Eastside, I need some work, bro. Like, I'm fresh home. Like, I'm trying to get back in the mix.
Yeah.
And just with like doing street team promo for all the QC artists and just getting in the mix, young blue parties and just getting my confidence back for real. You know, like, you know, I came home insecure and not knowing really what my direction was just lost being in a cage. So I was just trying to see what the motion was. And we're linking through my bros and my cameraman, and like we just started figuring out. And then I just dropped a video, and then boom, now I gotta like hire a lot of people and just go hard and do a lot of work. But like first thing I did was just eat good food, get back in the mix.
And that's what you gotta do. You gotta get right back into it, like as if you didn't miss a step.
Exactly.
And fortunately, before you went, you built some solid relationships, so you were able to come home, reach out to them people and say, bro, I'm home. I'm ready to work. What do I got to do? And guess what? You know, there's times in this business we've all been through. We got to humble ourselves sometimes. We're going to have to do stuff we don't necessarily want to do. And we're going to have to deal with people we don't necessarily want to have to deal with.
For sure.
I do it on a daily, but it's a part of the business. You know what I'm saying? So it's like you learn how to maneuver in this business on a professional level.
Yes, ma'am.
And I understand at one point in time you was doing some marketing work for TIG as well, right?
Fast. Shout out KK, shout out Candace Knight. I was cause I got April Fool's 2019. Boom, I'm in there. You know, we already out the real 650 Loops project. Release party. Handling the IGs, handling the merch, all of that, you know, just to get school credit, the school clout. Like, I got an internship before any of y'all, you feel me? So just having that, and my mom was on my head because she was like, okay, you online, because I had to switch to online because I was just doing a lot of tours.
Yeah.
Tours and recording and just skipping school. Like, I was failing classes for, like, not doing the work. I was getting A's, but they was failing me for not going. So I had to switch. And once I really got back home, it was just, you know, it was just really just pushing. I can't really say that. So
when you knew you were, like, in the wind down of it, okay, I got about 30 days left and I'm going to be up out of here, right? Mm-hmm. Where was your mindset at that point, right before you knew you was about to come home?
Boom. I was at Jackson. When I went to Jackson, I knew I was coming home. Like, it was the 30-day countdown from, like, it was like the 22nd, 21st of December.
Yeah.
It was a few days before Christmas. So, like, boom. I was in Jackson for 10 days, so I knew starting from that 30 days down, I just had to get in lockdown mode. I was scared.
Yeah.
I really didn't want to go, you know, just from being so locked in and, like, just, like, so scared. I was like, I don't know if I'm going to make it. You feel what I'm saying? I'm going to hate everybody. Nobody tapped in, you know, except for the bros. But it was like I was just scared. But I got released January 5th. My mama's birthday was January 7th.
That was her birthday present.
For sure.
Her baby came home.
For sure.
And that's a blessing, too, yet you was able to be there for her. That probably made her, that was the best birthday ever, right?
For sure. She cried like a little baby.
You know, because the thing about having kids, because my son probably older than you. I don't know how old you is, but my son probably older than you. But I tell him all the time, you still my baby, right? They always going to be your baby, no matter what.
To the end.
To the end, most definitely. So
she be like, you could be 86 years old, and you still gonna be my baby.
It's the truth.
I'm like, Mom, you gonna be old.
If you 86, boy, yeah, she gonna be up there. But that'll be a blessing for her to live to see you turn 86, right?
For sure.
Most definitely. So, you know, since coming home, let's talk about all the accolades, because you've done a lot, bro. You've shot videos. You wrote a lot of music. You put a lot of music out, you know. Let's talk about some of that stuff. You know, go ahead and tell people about some of the stuff that you've done since you've been home.
Trapaholics. Shout out Trapaholics. Tap in, man. Shout out Trapaholics. he showing so much
That's
love.
my dog too, man.
Man, we got like 10, 15 songs in the vote. Empire Mixtapes, we got 10, 15 songs in the vote. DJ Plug, we got 10 songs in the vote. Let's Look, we got 6 songs in the vote. I just been cooking, like, really on some backstreet, underground, tapping in with these folks, letting them know where I'm from, letting them know what my emotion is.
Yeah.
Block like nephew. And they just respecting it. Like, they just saying I'm just coming with a force. Like, look, this who I am. I'm on the south side, like, the only one doing this. So they like, okay, you know, we going to work with you. We going to woo out the band. But ever since June 1st, I dropped with TampaMystic, and then we dropped the video. I've just world star 50K first week.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? The video with no ads, like 10K first week, just off the love of the OG fans.
Yeah.
And so many people with blue checks reached out and showed love. So you feel me? They know who they are. They in the comments. So shout out them. So we just been pushing, working with Tampa, working with everybody, and just pushing authentic, real music.
Most definitely. So let me ask you this, you know, coming home after having to sit down for a little minute and having that much support and being able to tap in with guys like shout out DJ Plug and shout out Trapaholics and everybody else, how does it feel that you was able to come home and put all them things in motion? Talk to us about that.
I was just pumping them in high school. So now that I'm working with them, it's just like we locked in. I can't be like on no starstruck stuff, you know.
Of course, absolutely.
I just gotta be so locked in. But when I hear them tags, it just feels.
It does something for you, right? It hits your soul, don't it?
It just feels.
That's how I feel about Bigger. You know what I'm saying?
Like hearing Bigger and then just seeing him 3 minutes ago, it was just like I was just bumping Heartless on the school bus.
Yeah.
I've been chasing paper, chasing guap.
Yeah, most definitely. I told Bigger, I said, bro, you take a song from being average to legendary just by his intro.
Just by, you know, Honcho, like, I was just bumping the intro, Honcho, like, you know, I'm like, Bigger still going. Like, he tapped in with the new generation.
He is.
Like, 2022.
That's what's keeping Bigger.
10, 15, 20 years going.
That's what's keeping him young, though. And that's what keeps me young, too. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm Sligger OG as well. But I'll tell you, being in this business, working with these young artists is what's keeping me, like, keeping my soul, like, feeling good and keeping me feeling young and vibrant, because otherwise, I don't know what I'd be doing.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, Slick, you know, but this was our calling. This is what we want to do. Mm-hmm. So let me ask you this. You from the Atlanta area. There's a lot of talent out here. You know what I'm saying? Some recognized, some unrecognized, some somewhere in between. What sets Ross Taxin apart from all the other artists that are out here? And wave your flag when you answer this. Let them know what sets you apart. Why would people want to tap in with you before they would anyone else out here?
Just tap in, man. We this is so authentic. Like, I'm just giving you every day. We still in the hotels, like, you know, like, we still going strong. I'm still with Lil Bro, you know what I'm saying? We still got, we just going so hard and just consistent every week.
Yeah.
4 or 5 visuals every week. We just feeding so much deliverable content with ads and with music and with vlogs and with big features, and we doing it all independently. No cosigns, no I bought the page, no we bought the tags. Like, we got videos, photos for everything that we cover, and the industry really showing love. Like,
yeah.
Only like 6,000-7,000 followers strong, but it's like it's authentic, and you see the impact. And we put on for the south side, we put on for the outskirts. The city hot right now. It's hot right now. Y'all gotta drive south, 285 south, 75, 85 south, and just drive away from the city real quick. Y'all gotta come to Clayton County.
I know that's right. Absolutely.
Atlanta hot right now.
It is. Like, that's one thing that I can absolutely agree with you on is all the cities out there, they look to Atlanta to see who's hot.
For sure.
You know what I'm saying? There's probably a couple places they look to, and Atlanta's definitely probably on the top of the list. You know what I'm saying? To see who's got the hottest new artists, because a lot of these DJs want to be responsible for breaking the next big artist or being a part of their journey.
DJs tap in, for sure.
That's exactly my point. They need to tap in with Ross Taxin Where did that name come from, by the way?
Shout out Thriller Beats. I was, we was about, man, Thriller came in about like 3-4 months in the county. I was already going like strong. I wanted to change my rap name because if y'all know me from like high school and college, like my rap name was long, like Rossford Bennett II, like.
Be like, it's what?
Yeah, like, you know, but like just going real name, you know, no gimmick on some Drake, like, you know, we real naming, but I was just like, I need some more Google, more like family friendly. So I was just sitting on the cot and I was just talking to my roommate Thriller, and and I was telling him what my charges was and what my prices was, and like, bro was like, bro, you're nasty, like you was taxing them folks, like you was doing them this disgusting, and I'm like, bro, I was showing love. What do you mean? And just the disgust he had in his voice, like taxing, I was just like, yeah,
that's it.
We
and it was born,
and we've been like waving the flag since 2016, 2017. So it just went with it. Taxing government, Uncle Sam, we already taxing $50, $60, $70 3 5s back in high school.
Yeah. Most definitely. That's the thing. Like, hey, if you got whatever your hustle is, whatever your product is, whatever your brand is, if you know your worth, you ain't pulling from that. You ain't steering from that.
So Ross Taxin, Ross my real name. I was named after Freeway. Then I went out to go meet him. Shout out Freeway Ricky.
Yeah, shout out to, man, I haven't seen that dude in years. I had hosted a book release of his when I first moved here, like back in like 2014, 15, somewhere in there.
Yeah, his first book.
Yeah, I hosted a book release. It was off of MLK at GME Lounge, because that's where I was hosting all my events. Now it's called something different, but back then it was Grown Money Entertainment. Shawty Low, Baby D, Front Street used to be with me, all them, you know what I'm saying? Most definitely. That's dope. So what's the most recent visual that you put out people can go check out?
17.5 on YouTube right now, 10K first week. Y'all go bump that. Y'all go stream that. We shot by Hunt. Shout out Hunter Simmons. Y'all follow my boy at Hunter Simmons Images. Shout out Bump. Hey Bump. Instagram. He got beat pats for the low. He's showing love. 17.5. That's the latest visual. World Star, we ran it up. World Star want me again. They emailed, so we gonna shoot it. Next video, we going strong. Yeah, no, I know that's right. That's what you got to do, bro. You got to be consistent. We are in, like you said earlier, we're in a digital era, right? So with that being said, we got to feed the people digitally. You still got to be in these streets. Got to.
You still got to pull up to these events and shake hands and kiss babies. Like, that is not dead. You know what I'm saying? You got to still be out here. But it's a digital era. With that being said, you got to constantly be putting new content out.
Every day, every week.
Every day you got to be, posting or tweeting or whatever your flavor is, whether you TikTok, Facebook, Twitter, Twitch, wherever you at, Instagram. There's so many of them out there. You know what I'm saying? I have it set up where I post on Instagram. It goes to my Twitter and my Facebook
at the same time.
Keeping them active, and then when I go live on all the platforms at the same time. That's what you got to do. Simplify it somehow.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Because otherwise it becomes too much. So where are we going to find you at next, bro?
Man, you can still find me on the south side, but we doing more stuff in the city now because we're outside and we're active.
Yeah.
So y'all can look for the next video going. Free Line 9, Free the 9, Free West Orlando. The whole West Orlando. Just check my page. Ross Taxin for consistency, more songs, more music. You can check out my Find the Pink House performance, Me in the Basement, Who Ate. We just flooding everybody's platform, and they're like, "Who is bruh?" So keep following me on the ground. Ross Taxin.
I know that's
all
right.
Updates. Check everything.
He just landed on the source, y'all. That's a big deal.
Yeah, shout out to source.
You working?
I woke up.
You working? That's what I'm talking about.
Smiles every time they see me up in the source. I bumped Betty the whole day. My mama was on a flight. I sent it to her. She like, boy,
she proud of you. But you know what? That just shows that your hard work, and that's when you work hard. That's almost like receiving an award or a reward. You know what I'm saying? For your hard work. And that's what it's all about. So before we get up out of here, tell them one more time for the people that may have not heard you earlier on, where can they follow you one more time?
For the ones in the back.
Ones in the back.
Ross Taxin. Y'all can follow me on Twitter. Mr. April 15. You can follow me on TikTok.
We got to change your
Ross
Twitter
Taxin.
too, though.
Facts. You got to get Twitter.
It's gonna be
Tap
one
in
Ross Taxin
on
soon.
all platforms. One Ross Taxin.
And your website.
www.rosstaxin.com. Accepting bookings, accepting features, everything. Check out my linktree.com/Ross Turner. Check out all my blogs, all my press, all my live performances, and we're gonna keep scrolling. I want to thank Miss Tampa from the bottom of my heart.
Of course.
And we're gonna keep feeding them every day with new content.
Please believe it, man. Anybody in particular? I know you mentioned your mom a couple times throughout this. Anybody you want to show some love to and shout out to?
Man, shout out family, shout out the Turner family. Shout out my mama. Shout out my baby girl. Shout out the bro. Shout out Hunt, my cameraman. He's the craziest cameraman in the
gotta have a
universe.
dope. You gotta have a dope videographer. That's
follow my boy Hunt.
Major key alert.
Image SIMICH images. He shoot all the vids, and we get them sent to Cali, and we get them edited. So just check the page for snippets, and we dropping. And shout out Bigger, man. We gonna tear the basement. We gonna tear it up.
He gonna be traveling from the basement, y'all.
We gonna be smoking out the bag.
Straight like that. Last but not least,
CBD.
this is my most important question for you.
Mm-hmm.
We are live on the industry's most wanted podcast, right?
Yes.
Ross Taxin in the building, right? Please believe it. You got to let the whole world know what makes Ross Taxin the industry's most wanted.
Repetition is the father of learning. That's why I am the industry's most wanted. We provide consistency every day. We're letting you know what we're doing every day, what's upcoming, and we providing raw, good, authentic music, co-signed by the greats, no company, full budget, independently. We going strong, no gimmicks, no gangs, no none of that. Real representation, real authenticity. One Ross Taxin on all platforms. That's why I'm the industry's most wanted.
It's great like that. You heard it. We up out of here, y'all.